I moved here in 2007 after the financial collapse, and I had always had in my dreams and in my high school yearbook that I was going to be a barber, and I kind of gave up on that dream. And then after the collapse and moving up here and looking for a job, my wife Angie, she asked me what I wanted to do, and I said I really like to do hair, and pulled some quick records and got everything done and got applied and went down to Mainland. And of course it's not that far from my house, and but it, went down there, beautiful campus. I was so excited, and I'd always been to private college, and went to Mainland, and just immediately fell in love with my teachers. And I knew I was going to learn the skill, but I fell in love with the staff because they were so convinced that I was going to succeed, and I wasn't always convinced. And just like the hours would drag on, and the services would drag on, and you'd think, I'm never going to get finished. And but I tell Miss Enzer and Miss Helms all the time, like, you girls dragged me across the finish line. And of course, when you get close to finishing, then you have to decide where you're going to work and what you're going to do. And my experience at Mainland had been so organic and holistic for me that it was hard to leave. It was like having your arm cut off. But I knew I had to decide, what I was going to do as far as where I was going to work. And we found this space, and knew it needed a lot of work. And before I was even finished with school, I already had my business cards printed and had a direction, and was able to bounce ideas off of the teachers. And they have years of experience and real life setting, not just a teaching setting. And it's so practical. And you would say, you'd have this big idea. I would rant and rave, I'm never going to do perms. I hate doing perms. And Miss Helms, she would say, you're going to do them because you're going to need the business. And she's right. I do about 2 or 3 perms a week. And but the just invaluable advice from them. And I always knew I could trust whatever they told me. And I never overestimated my skills. They said, we're going to teach you the basics and you're going to learn the rest. And that is so true. Every day I learn something new. But moving in here to this building and being able to bounce ideas off of the staff, the teaching staff in the cosmetology department, really helped guide me into what would work, what wouldn't work, where to spend my money, what was important to customers, having all of that available. And then getting open, I was so thrilled for them to come through the door the first time. We just stood right here in the lobby and cried because I didn't want to see it until I got finished. Although they had heard about all the preparation, it was almost like having a baby, a beauty shop baby. and I just owe them so much because I kept wanting to quit. And it was hard, but they were just there and supportive, and I'm so grateful for Mainland and how that they invest in the community. And I've had a lot of people come to me and they're like, you're a Mainland student. And I'm partial to Mainland students. When I get ready to fill up with stylists, I would love to have everybody in here with a Mainland certificate hanging on the wall, because I think it's that quality of and that I don't know, it is a deep feeling that you get. You know that you're a part of something in your community. It might not mean anything to anybody else, but it is a deep family feeling. And all the girls that I went to school with, and some of the guys, but it was really, I was like the only guy in the department, but they just made me like one of the sisters. And but all the girls, I was so close to them, still friends. The ones that work in Boone, the ones in Spruce Pine, it's like a family. I'm very thankful to be a part of the Mainland family. Skincare, I was always, it was like the kissing cousin to doing hair. And primarily my business, of course, is hair care, hair cutting, but skincare is a much part of the hair business, because I actually have some magic, I call it my magic eye cream. And when I do an eyebrow waxing, or or a hair removal on someone's face, I use the eye cream. When I have a customer who's waiting for their color to process, we do a manicure or a mini manicure. There's always a way to enrich the service that you are providing. I do facials, microdermabrasion, which I got my certification for microdermabrasion at Mainland. It was an extra course, and I'm glad I took it. It was very value added. I get a lot of use out of it. A lot of the background information that you learn in a course is it carries into other areas, and learning how to handle people's skin and how to touch them to where that you're not creating wrinkles, and it's all it's all part of that. Manicures and pedicures, I have a manicure and pedicure station here. I have a lot of clients that come to me, and because they know I'm going to take my time and they're not going to get nicked. If you have a customer with diabetes, you have to be very, very careful. Learned all that at Mainland. And then there's the retail part. It is a business, and you want to make money. Just because you think you like doing hair, or you're good at braids, or you like painting fingernails, that might not be the best reason. But if you think that you would like to make a career out of it, you will not get a better training than at Mainland. I talk to people about their cosmetology experience where they were trained, and what I find is I was trained more in a one-on-one capacity than anybody else that I know, because of the classroom size, and I think that makes a superior, it does make for superior training. Take a good long look at the entire road. It's not just coming in here for 1,500 hours, and completing the paperwork, and completing the services, and passing all the tests. And it is the whole entire body of work that is what it takes. The good thing is that you have teachers, and they're there to kind of, just like I said, kind of push you across the finish line. And that's the good thing, because in a big college somewhere, and wherever you want to talk about, they're not going to care. They're not going to care. But in Mainland, it's your community, it's your neighbors, it's your friends. I would have to say, when somebody goes on Facebook without you prompting them, and they put a picture of their hair on Facebook, because that's people that you possibly could never reach. And when somebody says, my hair looks great, it feels great, I've had a good time, at the salon, to me that's a good day. I know there's one semester one period that is covered, and they talk mainly about the business, not about the chemistry, but strictly the business. And it was helpful. I found it a little more satisfying, because I really felt like that the teaching staff was giving me the inside scoop. There's a certain way you have to do business, how you price your services. So my services are consultation based, my hair services. In this economy, hair services are a lot of times a luxury to people, and if you don't respect that, if you take advantage of them, where they feel that they're being overcharged, they won't come back. And I feel like that we talked about pricing, we talked about professionalism. Although it was built into everyday communication, we still had that training, but I think the practicality of, being able to have reasonable prices and to not be a cost-based salon. I was very confident setting up on my LLC, all of the legal things that I was required to do. All of that they explained that to us, kind of walked you through some of those processes and the costs that are associated with registering, your business with the Secretary of State. There's nothing that can surpass the knowledge that they were giving me because it's all practical. All three of the instructors in cosmetology have owned salons. And if you want to be a salon owner, they can help you with that. If you just want to find a good salon where you can pay, work on commission or pay a booth rent, they can explain that. They will explain that process to you, how all of that works and how all of your options are. And they teach you about the economics of shopping, buying things on sale. I tell my clients all the time, I want your hair to look good when you leave. I want to really still look good in 2 weeks. That's when it really matters. And again, that is all economics with people. It won't look good in 2 weeks if they don't have the proper products. And it's up to you as a stylist to, one, know what products they need, but also know what products they can afford and what they can go out the door with. And that we learned a lot of that. And every day it was part of, every service that you did, how are you going to price that? And to enjoy being in a place, Maitland's not like everywhere else. It's not. I've been to big colleges and other universities, and it's special because everybody really is just like you. It's diverse, but in a microscopic way, to where that you don't have to really not be yourself to feel comfortable. You can just be who you are, enjoy it, enjoy your instructors, because they're from here too, and they are made up of the same stuff that you are. For me, I was older, and I've been around the world, and I've done stuff, and I lived in a big city, and for me it was a back to the basics approach, a foundation of fundamentals of good manners and being kind to each other, and do you need help with that, and you got a flat tire, do you need a ride? The social aspect at Mayland is so strong. It's not like just you're a book in the library and they're putting you back in your slot. You can really be the person that you want to be. You can be who you are, and you can be who you want to be all at the same time. And there's just this freedom to be that person. And I was the odd man out. At times I was the only man, the only male student in the cosmetology department. And at first I kind of felt odd about it, and then I thought, no, they don't care, and I shouldn't care either, and it just made it really easy. I look back on it now and I just think, oh my gosh, this was so great for me, because I couldn't have done this anywhere else. I couldn't have lived the life that I'm living, and Mayland, just the puzzle piece just fit right together with everything that I already had going on in my life. And for me, it was perfect. I was just glad for the knowledge, and I was glad to be a part of something that was really going to make me a success. I knew that. I knew if I do what they're telling me to do, I'm going to be successful. And it made it easier for me just to be what I had always wanted to be from high school in my yearbook. So they helped me realize my dream. For me, it was this, I don't know, just like my soul and my spirit and my body all getting to come into the same place. because it was like this dream that was out there, and I never thought it was attainable. I thought, there's no way I can't just, but it was affordable. You won't find anyone more confident about what they know and what services that I provide. Absolutely, I give the best facial, best pedicure, best manicure. I mean, I send people out of here. That's why my slogan here at the salon, my motto is that it's your red carpet moment is waiting, because everybody that comes through the door, both ways, gets to walk the red carpet out in the front of my salon. And I'm very confident, and I owe that all to Mayland.